So the basic 3 types of feelings. And the Buddha continue with the other 6 types of feelings. Then the Buddha continue, when experiencing a pleasant feeling connected with sensual things, he knows. I'm experiencing a pleasant feeling connected with sensual things. When experiencing a pleasant feeling connected with spiritual things, he knows. I'm experiencing a pleasant feeling connected with spiritual things. Now, what are sensual things and what are spiritual things that the pleasant feelings that we have? The sensual things are those things that are connected with our senses. Now, these are pleasant feelings that arises connected to sensual things, depending on the senses. This pleasant feeling, this happiness that arises, as long as we see things we like to see, we smell, we taste things we like to taste, we hear things we like to hear, then these are sensual things, pleasant things. It makes us happy. Then we feel very happy. Then we say, wow, today is a happy day because everything flows like a song. Everything is nice. Nobody irritate you. So nice, so happy, so peaceful. You switch on the radio, listen to 2 hours, so peaceful, so happy, nice music. Connected to sensual thing. Happiness connected to sensual thing. Then spiritual things are not connected to sensual things. Now these are considered as wholesome feelings. Wholesome. Now like what? Like what is wholesome feelings? Like pleasant feelings arises listening to the Dhamma. Now some of you may have that pleasant feeling when you listen to the Dhamma. Like the talk now, you may feel happy about it. I suppose some of you may feel happy about it. And if you are not happy about it, probably you won't come next week. So if I see your face next week, then I know you are probably happy about it. Because it gives you joy. Joy to learn the truth. The mind is matured to understand truth. What is right, what is wrong. The mind is matured to understand that this is the truth of feeling. Now, if I were to watch the feeling, then I would not suffer so much. I'll be able to watch the feeling, and it would not capture my mind, control my mind, and develop intense pain, become more and more painful feeling. So listening to the Dhamma is wholesome, and the feeling that arises is wholesome. So they are called spiritual things. They're called spiritual because it leads to realization, leads to calmness, wisdom. It leads to spiritual joy. Now perhaps some people like chanting, and they feel very happy when they chant. So these are spiritual things. When they're chanting early in the morning, they chant half an hour, 15 minutes. At night, they chant 1 hour. And they have a good sleep. And they feel very peaceful. And they have good dreams. It's a form of concentration. But there are those who don't like chanting. The sutras is quite all right because it's preference. Each person has their own preference. So when they feel a lot of joy in chanting, so they chant. Now these are spiritual things. Or services. You see, there are some who comes to the temple to help. Some goes to the old folks' home. Some go to the children's home. They are not paid. They go there and they even bring some food there to cheer the old folks, to cheer up the children who have no parents. And after that, they go home. They feel very happy about it. Now, these are spiritual things. Not because of their own enjoyment of the senses, but because of services, trying to make other people's life more bearable, make other people's life more happy. Non-selfishness. people with compassion, people with loving kindness. Now these are spiritual things. And they have a lot of this type of happiness. Simple things sometimes could give you a lot of happiness that are spiritual feeling, not the sensual type of feeling. Now when I was young one day, I saw this blind man and was trying to cross the road in Penang. And so he tried to cross, but then the motorbike come and horn, and then he reversed back. And when he feel it was quite all right, then he slowly walked across again. And then the car horned again. And so I was on an appointment, and I know that I'm going to be late if I stay behind. But I just stay there and watch him, because he was going up and down, without able to get across. Before he can come to half the road, middle of the road, then the people start horning him. Then he quickly reversed back. So finally I walk up to him and I say, "Uncle, are you trying to cross the road?" He said, yes. "Can I help you?" I say, yes. I say, "Okay, I'll catch hold of your hand. You just follow me." And so I like a policeman, one hand put up very high, another hand catch hold of him. I took him across. And I put him there, and I say, "Where do you want to go? Can I just take you?" He said, no need. Now I know my way. Once I'm across, I know my way. I say, "Sure?" He said, "Sure." I say, "Okay." Then I move along, even though I'm late. But there was so much of this spiritual joy arising in me. I was so happy. I was just walking for my appointment. And then this friend looked at me and say, "Wait, you strike lottery today?" I said, "No lah. Where got so lucky? Not so lucky lah." Then why you are smiling until your teeth also come out? So happy, huh? Because there's spiritual joy. It doesn't take much. I don't have to pay 1 cent. What I did is just taking the blind man across the road, and that's all. But the joy lasted for a long time. These are spiritual joy. It does not mean that when you meditate, you become like a stone. With somebody always ask me, "Brother James, when people meditate, all equanimity, all mindfulness, equanimity, then no more feeling, gone case. Then become like a block of wood." You see, I don't want to meditate. I like to enjoy life. I want to enjoy. It is not so. There are a lot of spiritual joy that are more sublime, they are more subtle, they are very long-lasting, and they do not produce encumbrances. Encumbrances is like connection, like the senses joy. Once you anchor on it, when it is no more, then it produces suffering. It comes along. Sensual joy, happiness comes along with pain. It is like perhaps you see something so nice. It's like you see this dress is so beautiful and it costs $500, but you must have it. And after you buy it and you wear it, then you find there's something wrong here, something wrong there. And when you wash it, something wrong everywhere. And then after that, you don't wear it anymore. It's like, you wasted my money. Now, I'd like to tell you this story about the Kisa Gotami. She married very young, so it's probably very young, before 20. It's a real story during Buddha's time. And he got a son. So he was very happy because that was the first son. So she was very, very happy. But after a couple of months, the son passed away due to some sicknesses or illness. He passed away. But she could not accept it. She could not accept that the son passed away. He was so young. It was just a few months. So she could not accept it. So she wrapped the son around and goes to the medicine shop and say, Uncle, could you please give me some medicine? Then the uncle say, why? What do you want it? It's for my son. Then the uncle look at the son and he say, oh, it's dead. It's turning cold. It's dead. The uncle said, no, there's no more medicine. He's dead. He said, no, he's just sleeping. He's not dead. Then a medicine shop says, you go away lah. I have no time for you. You please go away. Then she goes on to the next and the next and the next. And she's chased away all the time until he comes to this one shop. And this man took pity on her. And he says, perhaps the enlightened one, the Buddha, he's here in our place. If you go and see him, he may have medicine for your son. So she was very happy, Kisa, Gotami. There's someone who has medicine. So she took this baby and she rushed to the Buddha there, kneel down, pay respect to the Buddha, and say, Lord, please give me some medicine for my son. He's sleeping. The Buddha looked at the baby. Buddha knows that the baby is dead. Then the Buddha says, sister, could you bring me some mustard seed? She was very happy. Now there is this medicine for the baby. So yes, Lord, yes, I will get mustard seed. But the Buddha says, but it must be from a household that no one has died. So she, yes. So she rushed to the household and they said, please give me some mustard seed. So they took the mustard seed and gave to her. Most of the household they have for making curries. She said, wait, I have to ask, has anybody in the house died? They say, yes, of course. My father have died. So, I can't use this. I need mustard seed only in a family that nobody have died. Then he goes on to the next family, and next family. As he goes along, he finds that somebody have died. Then the realization comes to her. So she took the baby, she go to the forest, cry and cry. She dig one hole, put the baby there, carefully wrap the baby, close up the baby. And she went to see the Buddha. Buddha looked at her. He said, Gautami, have you found the mustard seed? She said, Lord, I know. Now I know. The baby that has given her so much happiness, so much pleasure, produced so much pain in her. Which I always say, that the one you love the most normally give you the most pain. Give you the most pain. If you don't care for that person, you don't feel pain for that person. It's only those that you care that gives you the most pain. These are sensual, pleasurable feelings. These are feelings that are so pleasant, but encumbers us. It comes with a lot of pain once it is not there to give you the joy, once it is missing, once it disappears. But the spiritual happiness does not give pain. Does not give pain. It is different. It gives rise to concentration. When the mind has a lot of spiritual joy, concentration develops. The mind becomes peaceful and wisdom becomes deep. So the comparison, Buddha talked about the feelings, the nature of feelings, how it comes about, how it disappears. And the various type of feelings. Feeling that is happy but not necessarily wholesome. Feeling that is happy but it is wholesome. Now a comparison which is very clearly once you meditate, once you develop that mindfulness, once you're able to investigate, oh, this is happy feeling. What feeling is this? Oh, because I'm enjoying nice food. And I'm now still thinking about nice food, so I'm happy. Now this is enjoying. But that does not mean that we are not allowed to do that. It does not mean that once you come to meditate, you become a monk, you leave home. No. We are lay people, we are householder. We only have 5 precepts. We can enjoy a lot of things, provided we don't harm others and harm ourselves. We don't go and yam sing until we have liver problem. We don't do that. If you do that, that is your own funeral. You dug your own grave. You don't get drunk and hit people. That is no good. When you enjoy, don't harm another person. So there is a limitation to our enjoyment as long as we money rightfully earned. We can buy nice television, LCD, $5,000, $10,000, and have a very nice view and beautiful color. It's quite all right. Only when you enjoy too much, you see until your eye all turn red color. Then you got to see doctor. Over limit, because it comes with encumbrances. The senses has its limit. If it is over the limit, it brings pain to yourself and to others. It goes beyond limit. Otherwise, we are allowed to. We are allowed to, after the meditation class, go and look for something nice to eat. Don't say, Brother James say, after meditation, don't eat anything nice. Don't enjoy taste. Brother James never say that. Don't misquote me. In meditation, cannot enjoy food, only tasting. You're liable to do that only when you acquire more and more spiritual joy. Then you require less and less sensual joy. You require less once you have more spiritual joy. But if you don't have spiritual joy, then you require a lot of sensual joy. But if you don't have sensual joy, when you don't have spiritual joy, then you feel deprived. You feel very angry. When you see somebody enjoying, then you have jealousy. Because you need to enjoy. Then you are peaceful. If you can't enjoy, then you get very angry, frustrated. Other people enjoy, they can't enjoy, so they go and rob other people's money so they can enjoy. And sometimes they reason and say, you are so rich, what if I take 10,000 from you? So it's quite okay. 10,000 only, you still have so much left. You got a big house. So they try to justify that once you steal from rich people, it is all right. Which I heard once I was having my lunch in the restaurant, and there was this couple of guys, they were talking when they read newspaper and say, wow, these bank robbers, they went to the bank and they took a few $1 million. And they said, wow, these bank robbers is number one. I was thinking, why number one? Oh, because you steal from the bank. Bank a lot of money. Bank got insurance, so no problem. Don't steal from householder. But it is not true. Once you get caught, then they are no number one anymore. So the idea of our practice in meditation is to see things as they are. Inside, within us, this mind and this body, the nature of this mind and body, the nature of this happiness, the question of what is life, why are we here? As you meditate, you find all the answer yourself. As you understand, why are you here for? Are you here to search for happiness? Are you here to search for pleasure? What is the purpose of life here? As you meditate, just sit quietly. Just watch your rising and falling. As your mind settles down, get that peacefulness and samadhi, tranquility. Then you see the nature of this mind and body, nature of these feelings comes and go. And once you don't cling to them, they cause less trouble to us. The mind becomes peaceful. So there are more to talk about, but I'll leave it for next week.